What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we have a 2008 Ford F-150 Lariat with a 5.4 liter V8 engine. All right, the complaints are there's a whining noise coming from the front driver's side. All right, in order for you to check your wheel bearings, well, usually when there's a whining noise, the main culprit is the wheel bearings. Okay, so in order for you to really diagnose that, you have to get the vehicle off the ground so the wheels can spin freely. Okay, now our next step is we're gonna grab the wheel and move it side to side, and then grab it from the top and move it in and out. All right, can you hold the camera right here? All right, so in order for us to do that is we grab the wheel. Okay, that's good, and we move it up and down. There's no movement. That doesn't mean that it's not bad. Let me see. The next thing we need to do is I'm gonna try to listen in and spin the wheel. Listen in on that grinding noise. If you need to turn your volume up, turn your volume up, but listen in. That grinding noise gets real loud when you're driving. Let's go on the other side. So you can see the wheel bearings leaking already. Anyways, there's not much noise coming from here. Here, we're gonna lift the wheel. Well, move the wheel like this, and there's no play. So we're gonna go ahead and replace the two front wheel bearings, brakes. I mean, the wheel bearing is a hub and rotor. It has the bearings in it already, the brakes and the brake pads, whatever. All right, so first thing we need is gonna grab a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and we're gonna pop these caps off. There's gonna be a slot right there. Okay, stick it in and then go around slowly until it comes out. There you go. Now we're gonna loosen up all the lug nuts and remove this cotter pin. And we're gonna remove this cap right here and take the spindle nut out. All right, let's do it. We're gonna be testing out our Milwaukee Fuel brushless M18 impact gun. All right, we'll see if it loosens up the lug nuts on this truck. I believe this is a 21 millimeter socket right there. See if you can zoom in. There you go. All right, cool. So here you go, sir. Do me the honors, and let's hope this works. Ah, of course, no problems. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now let's take the wheel off. All right, here we go. Don't lose your lug nuts. And let's move the wheel to the side. All right, there we go. Now let's do it on the other side. Let's test the power of the Milwaukee tool. Let's see. Woo. It's like a hot knife through butter. Get this out of the way, and let's get started. Okay, today we're going to be replacing the front end brakes, rotors, and pads. All right, now the rotors come in a complete assembly, which is got the hub bearing and everything. You can get these online, or you can get them at your auto parts store. See, yeah, right there. All right, so that's what the new part looks like, and we're gonna go ahead and remove the old parts. Okay, first we're gonna open the hood. Let's open the hood, my brother. There we go. And we're gonna crack open our brake fluid reservoir cap. So let's crack this open, leave it like that. So when we push, compress the calipers, there's no pressure buildup, whatever. All right, these are the tools you're gonna need to get started. Okay, first, we need a bungee cord to hold your brake caliper. In order for us to remove the brake caliper, we're gonna need a 13mm socket. This is an impact socket because I'm going to be using my impact gun just to make it easy on me. And to remove the actual caliper bracket itself, you're going to need an 18mm socket as well. Okay. Now, to remove the hub, this thing right here in the middle, we're going to need a 36mm socket. Okay, this is one of the big boys. All right, so we need the big boy to remove the wheel. And here I'm using our Milwaukee M18 brushless impact gun. I'm gonna try it out again, see how it performs today. We need a brake caliper compression tool. Okay, this is to compress the brake pads and the pistons, so you can have some room to put them back in or take them out, whatever. Put them back in, as a matter of fact, because when the new pads are in, it's gonna be too compressed, so you're gonna have to extend it so you can have enough room to put that back on. It's always important to keep a screwdriver handy. Here's our new pads. Keep a hammer handy too, just in case you need it. And let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove our brake caliper bracket, the whole thing itself. Okay? Actually, let's just go for the brake caliper first. And take these pads off and compress the piston and leave this hanging. And then we'll take the bracket off, okay? So the first thing we need to do is we're gonna get our 13mm here, and we're gonna get it out of there. So let's get started. Let's see. Thank you, sir. All right. So we're gonna be using this tool. Let's see how it holds up. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There's that bolt, number 1. Let's get that second bolt. It's down here. Let's see. All right. Beautiful. Easy as like a hot knife through butter, right? All right, so let's get this out. Now with these out, this should come out. But if it doesn't, give me that screwdriver, please. We are going to try to pry this open just like that with a screwdriver. All right, once you remove the brake caliper, this is what the pads will look like. They're gonna want to compress out. So we're gonna take this little wire clips out of there. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna take this little wire clips out. And you throw this out, you don't reuse these. The new hardware should come out and get some more. And get some new ones. All right. Now we grab one of these pads. You see we have almost no brakes here. We put the pad right here and we use our little brake caliper compressing tool and we put it in there to compress the pistons. Okay. That way when we go to install our new pads, we're good to go. So we're gonna fast forward this. All we gotta do is just squeeze it there, close the piston rings, the piston cylinders, and we should be good to go, all right? All right, here we go. So once you compress the pistons, we're ready to just put this caliper and set it to the side. And our next step will be to remove this bracket. And for me to do that, we're gonna get a lovely bungee cord here. And we're gonna,
so this one doesn't break.
yeah, so we don't mess with this brake line right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Brake caliper wrapped up and in the air so that hose is not messed up. Our next step is to get to our bracket bolts. Of course, remove the old pads. Let's get this pad out of the way right here. We don't need it no more. Let's see. There we go. So get both of these pads out of the way. And now we're gonna use the 18 millimeter, brother. 18 millimeter right here. We're gonna take this bottom one and we're gonna take this top one. Let me see if you can see it. 1 second. Right. We're gonna take this one and we're gonna take this one right now. All right, so let me see if I can just set up the camera down here so you guys can watch. Awesome, there we go. So hopefully we don't break this socket, and if we do, it's on video. So here we go. Let's loosen this one up. All right, number one. And let's get the other one. Number two. Once those two bolts are out, the brake caliper bracket is loose, and we're ready to move forward to our hub. Okay, so let's do that right now. We need to remove this cotter pin right here, pop it out of here, and get this cap off. So I got some little needle nose. Hopefully this does the trick. Let's see. I'm doing this one-handed now. They're struggling, guys. My needle nose are struggling. I need some new ones. And let's grab this one right here. Let's fold it back out. I like to squeeze these to make it straight. So let's see. Squeeze. Alright, so once it should be straight enough, we can grab a hammer and just tap this. It can come out. Then grab our lovely screwdriver and try to just pry this out from the bottom. Or maybe our needle nose, let's see. All right, well, let me use both hands to get this out of the way, and we should be good to go. We got this out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and remove this cap. It should just come off. Okay, and now we're ready to take this spindle nut out. And remember, for this one, we're gonna need this 36 millimeter socket, big boy. And try to get it out of here. So let's do that. The Milwaukee M18, and let's see how it goes. There we go. Bam! Just like that. Tool's already paying for itself. And this is hot too. Woo boy. Alright. So now we're ready to remove this hub. And listen to that. Let's remove this hub out of here and put the new one back in. Alright, so well, I thought the camera was recording, but it wasn't recording. So once you remove that nut from there, we went ahead and kind of oiled it up with some WD-40 back here, and we hit it from the back to try and get it to wedge out of there. So this is what you're left with, is your old hub. All right, this is the back of it right here. It's all dirty. And this is what it looks like right here. The spindle's not damaged. Everything is good to go. So we're ready to put the new hub back in. Let me try to see if I can go ahead and leave it like this so I can record. Hold on. All right, let's see. You want to go ahead and try to put it in there, sir?
A ver, agárrale de allá. Ándale.
All right. Let's try to line it up right here. One moment. Needs both hands here. Both hands. Okay. Smooth all the way in. Now there's no noise when you spin your rotors. Okay. So let's go ahead and get. Can you grab me one of those new spindle nuts? This one's they're only meant to be used once. Okay, you don't reuse these. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a new one. We got these from XL Auto Parts. They're about $14 a piece. They're not expensive. All right. Part number 295-99016 on this right here. But you can just give them a call and tell them what you need, and they'll look it up for you. Call AutoZone, O'Reilly, Snappa, whatever. Okay. So let's open this up and put it back in. Spindle nut is on there. We're gonna go ahead and put this little cover back and put a brand new cotter pin, and we should be good to go. So let's put this back in. Never reuse your cotter pins either, okay? So once we got that, we're ready to go, and the procedure is fairly easy. And we'll help you and show you how to do the brake rotors and everything, all right? All right, thank you. Okay, our next step is to put the caliper bracket back and then install our new brake pads and put the caliper back on, and we're good to go. All right, so here we go. Let's see. No wonder. Let me turn this wheel over so I can have some room in here. I'm like, why is it not going in? We're good on that end. Now we install our new brake pads in. Then we'll grab our new little clips right here that hold the pressure on the pads. Put them in there. Number one, number two. That's what it looks like. Watch. Okay, so you can squeeze in a little bit right here. There's gonna be two little holes up here that compress the pads together. So now let's go ahead and put the caliper back on. All sweaty, look. So take it off from our lovely bungee cord. There we go. And now we should be able to put the caliper back in place. All right, let's see. There we go. Press in these right here, a little. Press in the bottom one too. we can fit our caliper in there. Let's see, I need my hands for this. You can press this in a little bit to get that caliper back on there lined up. All right, hold on. All right, once both calipers slots are lined up, let's go ahead and put these bolts back in. Put them in snug. All right. There we go. We tighten them up, and then we hit them in. We get them rocking and rolling to complete this job. So I'm going to use both hands for this again. Sorry, I'm holding the camera with one. So let's get this in. All right. With the brake pads back on and the caliper already tightened up right here, new wheel bearing and hub, you're good to go. All we gotta do is put that wheel back on. We'll show you what it looks like as soon as we're done. All right, so just stick around. Keep in mind the other side is gonna be real easy to do, and it's the same procedure. So I'm not gonna record this side. Same thing you need to do. So we're about to take care of this second side real quick and then show you what it looks like in the end. Well guys, and there you have it. That is exactly how you replace a complete front end hub, wheel bearing hub, and a rotors and pads at the same time. All right, so if you stuck around, thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit that like and subscribe and follow us for more. All right.